We all want to feel our best. We all want to glow up. Who doesn't? We all do. However, we don't all feel like that. From the time we wake up in the morning, we feel our best, and throughout the day and to the time we go to bed. And we don't all feel like we're glowing up. And that's okay. I think it's important to accept that not every single day will be your best day, and not every single day will be you feeling your best. Perhaps some people are who have completely mastered their mind and completely have a control of their emotions, and they have healed their traumas in life, and they understand how their brain works and their thought process, and they have that true control. But for normal people like us, that's not a reality. We go up and down, with our emotions, and that's okay. And it's important to accept that. This is something that I have been kind of talking to myself and telling it's okay to have sometimes bad days. But it depends how you react to those days. It depends how you react to situations and what you do about it and what actions you take. So you don't prolong those days not feeling your best or not glowing up. I think the meaning of glow up and feel your best is different for everyone. And that's what I've been thinking for a few days now, for like over a week, and thinking, what do I actually do intentionally on a daily basis to feel my best? Because the truth is that this is my priority in my life on a daily basis, to be my best, to feel my best, to grow, and to kind of self-cultivate. That is my drive, and this is my aim in life, that I want to become my best self. And I would always recommend for everyone to do that. That is a priority, because once you internally kind of heal yourself and learn about yourself, who you are, then I think then you can lead your life the way you want to lead your life. And until then, there's a lot of disturbance and misunderstanding and unhappiness, and that's where all bad habits fall into places, and you start doubting yourself and lacking of self-confidence and love and motivation and all of that. I think we all can feel our best and glow up every day. Yes, maybe not 100%, but 70% of the time you can. Of course, there will be some days that you don't feel your best, and that's okay. Like I said, it's important to accept that. And that's what I have been doing. I'm trying to accept the days that I have very low days, or there's something more externally has affected me, and I allowed that. I kind of started to learn that it's okay. There's a things and techniques that you can tackle that, and it doesn't mean it's end of the world, but then there's certain habits on a daily basis that you can do to pick yourself up and to truly then feel your best internally. And once you internally feel to your core your best, then the external just automatically comes to you. You will then feel confident. You will project your confidence, your self-love, and you will look good as well. Automatically, it will all come together. I do think that nowadays the social media, the society that projects what means to glow up and feel your best, I think there's a lot of mixed messages and wrong messages, especially on social media. And in the beauty world overall, if we're talking about kind of external look, and it projects, if you buy this cream, you will feel your best. If you do your hair like this or get your nails done, you will feel your best. I truly don't believe that. I don't know about you, but there has been times where I get my nails done, I get my hair done, put makeup on, or trying to follow up with fashion, and you buy a top or a dress or something and you put on, and you go out and you think, wow, I'm gonna feel good, I will feel confident. There has been so many times where I have done that and I just sit there and think, I just don't feel right. This does not truly make me happy. That is not what glowing up means. So that's what I'm saying. The definition is different for everyone. For me to glow up and to feel good, to have radiant skin and to have healthy hair and just kind of as a female to look pretty and kind of good, I think it all starts within. Anything that is external and you're trying to put money in and you're spending lots of money, it becomes so tiring that you cannot keep up with social media, what they project, you know, having perfect skin, perfect hair, perfect teeth, perfect body, you know, perfect weight. It doesn't apply to everyone. And I think what social media shows that it does apply to everyone, and we all have to follow that kind of that trend. We all have to look like that. I don't know if you can relate to this, and let me know if you can or you can't. But when I look nice externally and I go out or I don't, it's, to me, it all feels superficial if I don't feel good inside. If I don't feel good to my core. I honestly, my best days and when I feel my best and radiating good energy and feeling and looking good and glowing up, the only time I feel like this when I'm internally at peace with myself and everything is settled. Meaning when I feel good inside and I have no worries of anything and I'm being so present and I'm enjoying. So for me, the enjoyment is being happy with the people around me, and we having kind of unity. We are together, we're on the same page, and we are enjoying even going for a walk or having picnic or making a sandwich at home and taking outside and walking and talking and laughing, whether it is to do with memories or present moment, what we're talking or we're planning for the future. These kind of moments are so precious to me, and I honestly feel my best. And at that moment, regardless what I am wearing, regardless where I've got makeup or I don't have makeup, if my hair is done or not done, I forget about all of that, because for me that is not the most important thing at all. Of course I love that, you know, that's not to disregard that I don't like pampering up and looking, you know, all gorgeous. Of course I do, that's no doubt, but that is not my priority, because I know that does not make me the happiest. It doesn't make me feel the best. So in order for me to feel my best and to glow up, I do practice certain habits on a daily basis. Maybe not all of those habits I practice on a daily basis. There's some days that I miss because maybe life happens and certain circumstances. However, there is some habits that I do every single day religiously, and there's no exception for me not to do them. So maybe you can try them as well and see if you can implement in your daily basis and see if there will be any changes. Of course, you don't have to follow all the habits that I'm going to share with you. Even if you choose one or two, then I think that's great. Even if you take a step to something new and you make some changes, then from that change you can make another change and another, and that's when it will be snowball effect, I guess. My habit number one is to take care of your mind. I think this is such a fundamental step. We definitely need to prioritize our minds, and it's something that I have learned over the years, and this is a huge priority for me over anything else, taking care of my mind. And what I do, I like to analyze my thoughts So I like to kind of just sit down in the quiet and see what thoughts coming through and what feelings those thoughts creating. And if I like or I don't like, either way, I write everything down. So the best thing is to grab yourself a pen and a paper, whether I have a journal, so I write in a journal, but it does not matter. Just write everything, what you're thinking, don't keep in your mind. The best thing is to write what you are thinking right now, what thoughts coming through, and the thoughts that you would like to think, and what you need to do in order to think in more positive and more lively, and the thoughts that you want to change to your bad thoughts. So if it's a bad thought, then change it to a good one, and just write it down. Write different ideas how you can do that. And honestly, you'll feel much better when you write them all down. At the end of the day, our brains is like a computer filled with different files. And if you don't start deleting the files, there's no memory space. So same as our brain, it overworks, it gets overloaded and overheats. And as humans, we feel overwhelmed when our brains will have so many different thoughts and ideas, and we try to keep them all inside our head. Organize those thoughts and try your best to project good thoughts, what makes you happy. My habit number 2, body movement. So I prioritize to move my body, even if it's a stretch, even if it's a short kind of yoga in the morning. And I love going for walks. So if I don't go to the gym, I still make that effort of exercising, even if it's 10 minutes at home, moving your body, moving your arms, your legs, anything, any kind of movement or exercise, it adds up eventually. And it's so important because it's not just for our body that is so good and healthy, but also for our mind. Our body releases endorphins, and then you start thinking of positive things, and you become more creative as well. And you start kind of projecting good energy to others, not just yourself, but to others as well. And this is, for me, so important to move my body every day. I do go to the gym, but sometimes I don't go to the gym because of whatever circumstances is happening in my life. But I still make no excuse for me not to move my body, even if I get out and go for a walk, for quite long walk, maybe an hour or 2. So my habit number 3 is to go outside, to get fresh air, to see the sun, to see the daylight, a natural daylight, and get vitamin D. Of course, I live in England, so this time of year, there's not much sun, or, we don't get much sunshine. However, I still like to go out and get fresh air, to breathe fresh air, especially to go somewhere more in the nature and go away more from towns or roads and be more where the trees are and animals. It makes me extremely happy, even if it's just for a little bit. And regardless whether it's raining or not, I still like to go outside, even for a little bit. And one thing I do that I prioritize, whether it's winter or summer or spring or autumn, it doesn't matter what season we are in, I always wear sunscreen. So there's one thing for me to kind of externally to glow up and look after my skin is using sunscreen. So no matter what, even if it's in the winter, even if it's cloudy, I still wear sunscreen to protect myself from UVA and UVB. Because in the winter, we can be kind of fooled that thinking, well, it doesn't get to us because it's cloudy, but there's still the sun rays still get to us and still gets into our skin. So it's extremely important to wear and protect your skin. And plus, sunscreen protects in some ways from free radicals, especially when we go outside. There's lots of pollution nowadays. In addition to that, when you feel stressed, the best thing is to do not to sit at home. Go outside, get fresh air, and honestly, for me, that does magic. Yes, perhaps it doesn't completely resolve the problem, but you do feel much better. You feel in a different kind of way, and you feel it uplifts your mood as well, and it takes your mind from the problems, and you can find yourself more connected to the nature. My habit number 4, having boundaries. So having boundaries to what you allow other people or situations happen to you. So there's certain boundaries that everyone else around you should respect, but you need to be clear on your boundaries, and you need to be clear what you accept, what makes you happy and what doesn't make you happy, and be clear on that and set boundaries. And I think this is so important. It's something that, if I'm honest, and I wouldn't say I truly have boundaries to everything for everything, but I do my best to set the boundaries, and sometimes certain things don't make me happy, or it just doesn't feel right. So when that happens, now I try to bring that up to the surface and think, well, why am I feeling like that? And think, if I'm not feeling okay with this and it keeps happening over and over again, there has to be boundaries. And other people who love you, they have to respect that. And if they don't respect that, you still have to stick to your boundaries, because that's what feels best for you. And I think this is when you will have kind of control of a certain situation, meaning yourself. And it's okay if other people don't respect that and they don't follow your boundaries, but it doesn't mean you have to kind of just let go of what you believe and just go along with everyone else and neglect your feeling and your intuition. And definitely I have been having kind of a debate and a fight with myself, but to feel your best, you have to have boundaries, because anyone or anything will cross the boundaries and do or say certain things that will make you very unhappy. Not everything is going to make you happy, and that's okay. But in order to prioritize to feel your best on a daily basis, once you have that in place and you are clear in your head what you want and what you don't want, then that will make you feel good. My habit number 5 is to wash your face before going to bed. So I know this is very simple thing. You think, of course I'll wash my face, but many of us ladies don't do that. And even men don't do that. You know, it's so important to get rid of all the dirt and all the kind of sitting oils, dust, pollution on your face that it sticks to your skin through a long day. You know, so it's so important just to wash it all off and then go to bed with a clean skin. I have been prioritizing this for a while, but I never used to do that. There's times where I know that I should really kind of have a good skincare routine, and it's so important, and then go to bed then. But there was times where, you know, I would feel lazy, or I would feel too tired, or or make excuses. I have been noticing everything that I have done or not done in my 20s is now showing in my 30s, and this is a proven fact that what you do in your 20s, it will show in your 30s. So it's so important, prioritize your skin. If you want to have that glowing, radiant skin, the main thing is to wash your skin, to protect your skin, and to just look after it overall and have that good foundation before any other makeup you apply and anything else. And I also minimize makeup. I always go to enhance my beauty and enhance to what I have, but not hide. And it's so important in order to glow up and feel that confidence and feel your best, how you look, not just feel, but your look overall. It's important not to hide who you are. And I think it's just simply, I love just simply applying a little bit of makeup, a little bit of mascara, you know, a lipstick maybe sometimes. I don't wear lipstick every day or lip liner, but sometimes I do, depends how I feel on the day. But I think it's so important not to hide your natural beauty. If you look after your skin truly and you pay attention to what your skin likes and it doesn't like, so kind of listen to it, it will just naturally will reward you, you know, it will glow naturally and you will really feel good. And who doesn't want to have a good, healthy skin? My habit number 6, to eat healthy. So what food I consume, I try to be conscious of it. So I try to be conscious what food I should be eating and what food I shouldn't be eating. And also just have knowledge, even the basic knowledge, what each food does, what nutrients they have, what is good for humans' body. Just try to do your own research. That's what I have been doing for this year mostly, kind of focusing on health. And I have changed my diet quite a lot compared to other years, how I used to eat. And I tried different things. I have mentioned in my other videos, I tried to be a vegan and vegetarian, and now I'm back to eating meat. And I have my own reasons and it works so well for me. But it's just being conscious of the things that you eat and the products that you buy from the shop. So there's one thing that I don't really consume or stopped buying, mostly about 95% I stopped, is canned food, frozen food, anything that you can just put in the oven and warm up quickly. There's times I would do that if I'm running late for something, or I'm very tired on that day, or maybe I'm not feeling well and no one else can cook and there's no food cooked at home. Then in some occasions I would do that. And of course, when you go to restaurants, they're not necessarily going to be their best food the way you would make a home. But definitely I am conscious of it and trying to reduce more kind of preservative food or flavored food and make a home from scratch and healthy. And also I try to stick to very simple diet, very simple food and meals, and that works the best for me. So your gut health, how you will eat, believe it or not, it affects your mind, what thoughts you're gonna start projecting and how you start feeling. And I never knew about that, which is crazy. But doing my own research, I got to know that eating healthy food, nutrient food, and once your gut is feeling so good and working, then you will internally overall will feel really good as well. But if you don't, then you more likely to have negative thoughts, negative feeling, but also feel sluggish and just don't feel right within yourself. And just in addition to that, you don't have to complicate your meals at all in order to eat healthy meals. You can just make simple food, simple as just egg and salad, or just beef and potato and rice. You know, you really don't have to complicate your food. My habit number 7 is to stimulate your brain. So I think stimulating your brain on a daily basis is very important. Keeping up with the knowledge, you know, so getting to know kind of yourself. It does not matter what knowledge you choose to know and what you choose to learn. You don't have to kind of follow up what's happening on social media or on the news. I don't watch news anyways, because that's a different conversation and the reason why I don't watch news. However, I do think stimulating your brain and putting a new knowledge every single day, whatever that may be for, is so important, because once you have knowledge about certain things, you can have conversation with people, intelligent conversations. You will be always very interesting to talk to. But also, it's not just about others, it's about yourself, to keep yourself informed, and you will feel more good and you'll feel your best because you know what is happening and you're learning about the subject that you are interested about. And also stimulating your brain, it needs to be working same as your body, you know, because it will get dusty and it will get stiff as well, and it will affect your memory as well, because you're not doing anything to it other than what you already know, and you're not working. As a humans, I always look at it like a vehicle, you know, like a vehicle. You always need to run the vehicle. You always need to drive your car, because if you leave a car for, let's say, 5-6 months just standing and doing nothing to it, it will become rusty. It will become dusty, rusty. It won't run so much. There will be more problems. So same as my brain, I guess. It will get rusty and dusty, and there needs to be stimulation happening all the time. We need to run like our bodies, exercising, same as our mind. So stimulating my brain is very important for me. And what I do, I like to read books. So something that I really got into this year especially, and I've read quite a bit of books compared to all my life, really, compared to my 30 years, that how much I did not read ever, really, or at least I wouldn't even complete a book. But now I'm so into it. It's something that I made a conscious decision to study and learn something new every single day, and also implement into my life and make my life better. So stimulating my brain is definitely one habit, or one of the habits that I do not miss out every single day, even if it's a little thing that I'm going to learn. So my habit number 8, you wouldn't think of this habit, but what makes me feel really good, my best, and to glow up as well, is taking myself on the date. I know, many of us don't do that, and it's something that I definitely never used to do that. If someone told me, take yourself on the date, I'll be like, what do you mean? You don't take yourself on the date. But it's an amazing thing to do. And I don't mean get dressed up and take yourself to a bar or restaurant. I mean, you could, that's quite nice. But anything, taking yourself on a date, doing something that makes you feel good. You have to do something for yourself. And it's something that I have learned through my self-love journey, and taking myself on the date and doing what I want to do that day. There are many days where I have alone time, and I really respect that, and I'm very happy that I get to do things by myself. And it's so important to do what you want that day. And there's times where I just take myself for a walk, and that's a date for me. Or when I go to a shop, I buy flowers for myself. A lot of times I don't expect flowers or anything from anyone else, but I give that to myself. You don't always have to expect other people to do things for you. You can do it for yourself. You have every right to do it for yourself. And honestly, it feels so good. For me, simply just buying those bunch of flowers and bringing home, and I do that most weeks, sometimes every week, it depends. And even going, like I said, for a walk, or going, whilst you're walking, going to a cafe by yourself, you know, buy yourself something, maybe a drink or eat, or if you want, yes, dress up and go to a restaurant, why not? I think it's so important to treat yourself like you would treat someone else, and you feel good. You honestly feel really good because you have that time for yourself, and you kind of give gratitude and respect and acknowledgement to yourself, which I think many of us don't do that, and definitely we don't get taught that. This brings me to the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that you have gained some value from this video. Let me know in the comments below or leave a like, and if you like videos like this, then be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Bye bye for now.